What if the very pill you reach for in times of sickness, the one you trust to ease your symptoms and bring relief, was secretly a capsule of death, silently and invisibly waiting to kill? In 1991, such a nightmare unfolded in the peaceful suburbs of Washington state, shattering lives and trust in an instant. Sue Snow, a 40-year-old mother and bank manager from Auburn, started her day like millions of others, battling a cold and headache. Reaching for extra-strength Sudafed, a household name, she swallowed 2 capsules without hesitation. Minutes later, her world turned to chaos. She collapsed in her bathroom, gasping, convulsing, fighting for breath as her terrified teenage daughter rushed to her side. Paramedics arrived swiftly, but it was too late. Sue Snow's death stunned medical examiners. She had died from acute cyanide poisoning, a deadly toxin so potent it stopped cells from using oxygen, suffocating the body silently within minutes. Sue had no reason to be poisoned, no enemies, no exposure to chemicals, nothing to suggest she was a target. But when another man, Bruce Nichol, a healthy husband and father from Tacoma, died weeks earlier after taking the same cold medicine, the pattern emerged, igniting widespread panic. Both victims had consumed extra-strength Sudafed capsules from local stores, both felled by cyanide poisoning. The community was gripped by fear. Could the medicine they trusted be weaponized? Pharmacies emptied their shelves. Families inspected every bottle with suspicion. The Food and Drug Administration and the FBI launched a massive investigation reminiscent of the infamous 1982 Tylenol poisonings that had traumatized the nation a decade earlier. Laboratory analysis revealed the chilling truth. Cyanide had been deliberately inserted into certain capsules, transforming a benign medicine into a silent killer. Investigators discovered that the tampering didn't occur at the factory, but later, by someone opening capsules, injecting poison, and resealing them with terrifying precision. This was not random chaos, but cold calculation. The killer used the trust millions placed in a household remedy to spread fear and death. The breakthrough came when authorities focused on Bruce Nichol's death. His wife, Stella Nichol, raised suspicions. She insisted Bruce's death was accidental and bizarrely seemed to know about Sue Snow's poisoning before the public was informed. Digging deeper, investigators uncovered chilling evidence. Stella had purchased over $75,000 in life insurance policies on her husband, with payouts triggered only by accidental death. She had extensively researched poisons, cyanide chemistry, and methods of tampering, borrowing books from libraries. Traces of an aquarium chemical containing cyanide, a compound called potassium cyanide, were found in her home, matching the poison found in the capsules. Piece by piece, the horrifying picture formed. Stella Nichol had killed her husband with cyanide to collect insurance money. When suspicion loomed over her, she poisoned an innocent stranger, Sue Snow, to divert attention and create a narrative of random product tampering, using fear to mask her crime. This ruthless, 2-layered plan was a chilling manipulation of trust, fear, and death. Despite her denials, the forensic evidence was overwhelming, and in 1992, Stella Nichol was convicted under the Federal Anti-Tampering Act, sentenced to 90 years in prison. The nation recoiled in horror, not only at the murders, but at the betrayal of everyday trust, the weaponization of something as ordinary as medicine. The impact rippled beyond the courtroom. Suddenly, every pill was eyed with suspicion. Every pharmacy seal was checked obsessively. Manufacturers introduced tamper-proof packaging, laws tightened, and security measures increased nationwide. The Sudafed cyanide poisonings became a grim reminder that safety is fragile, that trust can be shattered in a heartbeat. The community's sense of security fractured. Neighbors grew wary. Parents feared giving even basic medicine to their children, and pharmacies became battlegrounds of vigilance and fear. The case exposed the dark potential lurking beneath normalcy, a woman's cold calculation turning a household remedy into a weapon, transforming everyday relief into sudden death. Stella's trial laid bare the terrifying reality that evil can wear familiar faces, hiding behind the veneer of normal life. Witnesses described her strange behavior, her secretive research, and her attempts to manipulate the story, the cyanide poisonings remain a stark warning. Even the simplest act, swallowing a pill, can become a perilous gamble.